You're watching Fugitive Red Eye, and welcome to another episode of OverAnalyzing. Today I'm going to be talking about obscure Devilman-related things. What I want to talk about the most today is something called Devil Taka. As far as I can tell, Devil Taka was something taken from a Japanese sketch comedy series, similar to things like Saturday Night Live and Mad TV. However, one thing I do want to note is they use the actual soundtrack to the 70s Devilman in it. So that leads me to believe one of two things. Either music license laws are much more lenient over there, or it's an officially licensed product. Either way, it's a weird thing to watch. I know at least 2 episodes of Devil Taka exist, and it's mostly just a strange parody of the Devilman 70s anime. It's definitely worth a watch because it's bizarre. I can't understand a word of what's being said, but it's fascinating to watch nonetheless, just because it's much more comical than even the 70s series was. And it's just an interesting thing to see. Moving on from Devil Taka, there's quite a few other obscure things. I probably won't get to absolutely everything because there's a lot, but I just finished reading a manga that was a Mercedes-Benz ad with Devilman in it. And it was okay. Mostly they just have a bunch of people driving by in cars making fun of Akira. And then these motorcyclists try to take Miki. He turns into Devilman, which also turns his car into a Mercedes-Benz. And that's pretty much it. It's like 5 pages long. It's pretty short. Similarly to the next topic, Siren-chan. Siren-chan is something a bit odd too. I mean, it's a fucking weird spin-off manga that just has Siren and Akira going to high school. And Siren says that Akira is her friend, so she flashes him. And then when she eats lunch, she lays an egg and then eats it, and she says she gives birth to her lunch every day. It's fucking bizarre. And then it ends with her saying that she can make fertilized eggs too, and she asks Akira if he wants to give it a try. Again, something really bizarre. Most of these obscure things are pretty bizarre. If you're a fan of the Anime Hero on YouTube, which I know I am, I like his content, you're probably familiar with the Hiruda Devilman manga because he recently reviewed it a few months ago. But if you're not, that's basically a adaptation of the 70s anime into a manga form. Well, there's actually 2 of those. There's 2 adaptations of the 70s manga. One, there's the Hiruda one, and then there's the Isako one. Both of them are very similar, and both of them tell the story of the 70s anime in manga form, with a few differences, obviously, but that's pretty much all there is to them. I also have a Devilman Laserdisc that I ordered that's kind of obscure called Devilman Memorial. I think it's just a summary of the 70s anime all put together. I will let you know when I actually do a review of both that and the 70s series. I will review the 70s series first, and then later on, once I've actually watched Devilman Memorial, I'll review that as well. Oshin Devilman is actually a remake of the anime as well, so it's technically a 3rd manga adaptation of the anime, but it has a new protagonist named Kei Kashimiro, and he's a yo-yoer, which I think is an interesting occupation, but he's fused with Ammon to become Devilman. And Ammon makes an agreement with Kei Kashimiro to fight Xenon's demon tribe, similar to how the 70s anime has Devilman fighting the demon tribe, obviously for different reasons. It only released chapters for a single volume, and it actually was canceled and was left unfinished. Anyway, moving on from that, there's also something called Devilman Battler, but I can't really find any information on that whatsoever. But Devilman Battler has not been collected into any books like the others have, and it's got some characters that were later reworked into Grimoire as well, similar to how some of the anime characters and manga characters are incorporated into it, but I really can't find anything else about it, so honestly, I couldn't tell you anything about it other than it has a character named Lee Tachibana and a character named Kanzaki Sawako, which were both put into Grimoire. Anyway, there's all sorts of crazy Devilman things. It has many crossovers. There's Cyborg 009 versus Devilman, Mazinger Z versus Devilman, Devilman Lady versus Cutie Honey, Devilman versus Hades, which is another Mazinger Z crossover. There's many, many Devilman things out there. Tons of sequels, spin-offs. You know, obviously there's the ones people are more familiar with, like Devilman Lady, Devilman Saga, Ammon, the Dark Side of Devilman, Violence Jack, Shin Violence Jack, which are actually 2 separate continuities, but I'll get more into that when I do the episode discussing the different Devilman timelines. The more you look into it, the more you'll find that there's all sorts of Devilman things in many different continuities, sequels, spin-offs, crossovers. There's a ton. But that's just kind of a glimpse into what the obscurity of the Devilman universe has. I find it all very fascinating, and I plan to look into it more and more. It's definitely something I enjoy. Let me know in the comments below what you think about that, what you think about this episode of OverAnalyzing, if you have any topics you want me to discuss in a future episode. That being said, let me know what your favorite Devilman thing is. Mine is, of course, the original Devilman, but I also really like the sequels and the spin. I love the whole thing, pretty much. There's been multiple revisions to Devilman as well. Like I said, my favorite of this obscure stuff is probably Devil Taka, just because it's so weird and I can't find any information on it other than I found 2 episodes of it on YouTube. But anyway, this has been Fugitive Red Eye, and you have a great day.
Subscribe, the Fugitive Red Eye.